morning, students. Here we start with the gross anatomy lecture of the relations of the third and fourth part of the duodenum. So therefore, in the relations of the third as well as the fourth part of duodenum, the third part of duodenum, we will draw one diagram considering the third and fourth part, and therefore that line diagram we will draw in this way. Please draw the entire line diagram in this way. So therefore, now third and fourth part of duodenum. The length of the third part of duodenum will be 10 centimeter horizontal. It will extend from inferior duodenal flexure till anterior surface of aorta. So first we are going to draw the aorta posteriorly at this plate. At this point we are going to draw the aorta. So this will be the aorta. Here we are going to give some color to the aorta. This aorta is posterior to the third part. And similarly, as this third part of duodenum crosses the anterior surface of aorta, it becomes the fourth part. So therefore, total length of third part from inferior duodenal flexure till the anterior surface of aorta will be 10 centimeter. Now relations, anterior surface mostly peritoneal except where there is attachment of root of mesentery. So anterior surface of third part of duodenum, and here we are going to dark this outline. This outline I will slightly darken it, and I will mention this as third, and I will mention this as fourth part of duodenum. Anterior surface there is root of mesentery. So the root of mesentery, anterior surface of third part. So therefore, please draw in this direction the root of mesentery, just to show this as the root of mesentery. So where this root of mesentery is attached, only that portion will be non-peritoneal. Otherwise, entire anterior surface of the third part of duodenum will be peritoneal. Other structures, the other structures will be, besides the root of mesentery, please draw artery and vein. And the artery and vein will be superior mesenteric vessels. So please draw the superior mesenteric vessels in a way. Here this will be the superior mesenteric vein, and this will be superior mesenteric artery. So superior mesenteric vessels, vein and artery, they will form the anterior relations of the third part of duodenum along with the root of mesentery. These are the two structures. So therefore we are going to name these two structures. Please name these two structures here as root of mesentery, as well as these two structures here we have to mention them as the superior mesenteric vessels. So the anterior relations of the third part of duodenum is complete. Now posterior relations. What are the posterior relations of the third part? Very interesting. So posterior relations of the third part, we first draw inferior vena cava on right side of aorta. So please draw this structure of inferior vena cava, and here we are drawing this structure of the inferior vena cava on the right side of the aorta. So therefore, giving color to the inferior vena cava here, and here also this blue color, this is inferior vena cava. This is the first structure on the posterior surface. Second structure on the posterior surface of the third part of duodenum, aorta. So two structures are over, and along with aorta, which we are not able to see because this will be at what level? L3, and at that level there will be origin of inferior mesenteric artery. So I can show in a dotted manner the origin of inferior mesenteric artery from the aorta. Third structure in relation to the posterior surface of the third part of duodenum. So we have to mark these structures. The first structure here, please mark this as inferior vena cava. Second structure, please mark this as aorta. Third structure, please mark this as the origin of inferior mesenteric artery. These structures. Now, fourth structure, make a huge muscle, and that muscle will be known as the psoas major muscle. Which psoas major? Right psoas major muscle. Please draw in this direction. This will become the right psoas major muscle. So please draw this psoas major muscle in this direction and it becomes the right psoas major muscle. And this will be exactly the structure number 4. So therefore, here we will mention this as psoas major muscle. Posterior relations of the third part, very important. Remember, first inferior vena cava, 2 aorta, 3 origin of inferior mesenteric artery, 4 psoas major muscle, 5. Now the fifth one will be ureter. In order to see the ureter, I will just draw yellow color, and that ureter we have to draw in this direction. This is the ureter. So right ureter, please name this as structure number. Here I will go. This will be the right ureter, structure number 5. So therefore, this will be structure number 5, forming the posterior relations of the third part of the duodenum. And finally, right gonadal vessels. So you just have to extend one artery and one vein. And remember, the artery and vein has to be extended in this direction. So you can extend like this way. This will be the vein, and you can extend in this direction. This will be artery, right gonadal vessels. So therefore here we are going to name these structures as right gonadal vessels, and this will be structure number 6. Remember all these structures, please try and understand these structures, try and remember it diagrammatically, because they are often asked in MCQs. A lot of these structures are asked in MCQs, and that is why each and every structure you have to remember. But this diagrammatic representation is the easiest and simplest way to understand and remember. So here we complete the posterior relations of the third part. So remember, anterior relations of the third part of the duodenum, only 2 structures, the root of the mesentery and superior mesenteric vessels. Posterior relations of the third part will be inferior vena cava, aorta, origin of inferior mesenteric artery, the right ureter, then right psoas major muscle, the right gonadal vessels. Very simple. And now, just one relation. What lies superior to third part of duodenum? Only one structure, and second will be one vessel. So the structure, main structure will be head of the pancreas. So here, if I have this dotted format, this will serve as the head of the pancreas. So head of pancreas is lying superiorly. And also there will be here, between the head of pancreas and the superior border of third part, there will be superior pancreatico-duodenal vessels. So head of pancreas and superior pancreatico-duodenal vessels will form the superior relation of the third part. What about inferior relation? Few coils of jejunum. There will be few coils of jejunum which will form the inferior relation of the third part. That is all. Now we move to the fourth part. How much is fourth part? Third part was 10 centimeter. Fourth part is 2.5 centimeter. Extension, it will extend from anterior surface of aorta, where the third part ended, till the duodenojejunal flexure, this portion. So it will be present approximately at what level? L2 level, remember. Third part is approximately at L3 level, and the fourth part is approximately at L2 level. Now, anterior surface of the fourth part, it will contain the transverse colon and transverse mesocolon. So the anterior surface is completely peritoneal. It will contain, if I can draw here, just a few lines I can draw and show transverse colon, transverse mesocolon, anterior surface. So it will be completely covered by transverse colon and transverse mesocolon. Here I need to write over here transverse colon oblique transverse mesocolon, anterior surface. Then there will be, along with this, which we cannot draw, but we need to write the second structure, anterior. Remember, this is the anterior surface of the fourth part, which is very important. So the next structure will be the posterior inferior surface of the stomach, which is separated from this surface by cavity of lesser sac. posterior inferior surface of stomach, which is separated from anterior surface of fourth part of duodenum by cavity of lesser sac. These are the two structures which are related to anterior surface of the fourth part. Please note down. And now comes the important surface, posterior surface. What lies posterior to the fourth part? It is very interesting. So posterior to the fourth part, here we go. First we are going to draw, just like right psoas major, we are going to draw over here the left psoas major muscle. So here I am drawing this left psoas major muscle. So this will be the left psoas major muscle, and we are going to mark it as the left psoas major muscle, and this will be the first relation of the posterior part of the fourth ventricle. Along with that, next structure, there will be the left gonadal vessel. So again, once again, artery and vein we are going to draw. So this will be the vein, and here we are going to draw, this will be artery, left gonadal vessels. So therefore, this will be left gonadal vessels, which will be structure number 2. Along with that, now we need to show left sympathetic chain. So therefore, here we are going to show the left sympathetic chain. Please draw in this way. So this becomes the left sympathetic chain, and here we will mention this as the left sympathetic chain, which will go as structure number 3. Remember, we are discussing the posterior relations of the fourth part. Structure number 1, right, left psoas major muscle. Structure number 2, the left gonadal vessel. Structure number 3, the left sympathetic chain. Structure number 4, you extend one vein which goes above in this way, and this vein, inferior mesenteric vein. So therefore, here we will mark this as inferior mesenteric vein, and this mesenteric vein will be structure number 4. So left psoas major muscle, left gonadal vessel, left sympathetic chain, left inferior mesenteric vein. These structures are related posterior to the fourth part of duodenum. Along with that, 2 more structures which we will not draw, and those 2 structures, is it here? Okay, fine. So structure number 5, the left crus of diaphragm, the left crus of diaphragm, and structure number 6, the left suprarenal vein, the left suprarenal vein. Please note down these 2 structures. We cannot draw this because it will cause confusion in the diagram. So left crus of diaphragm and left suprarenal vein. And now the most important structure, which many times we tend to miss this structure, and therefore we need to draw this structure. It will be horizontal, and here we are going to show this structure. Now these 2 structures, please draw in such a way that we can draw this posterior to the entire left. So here I am going to draw in this direction, and here I am going to draw this in this direction. So one artery, one vein. I will darken it, this also and here also, and this also I am going to darken it at this point. So one artery and one vein, horizontal, which lies posterior to the fourth part, the most important structure, and that structure we will view it as structure number 7, although I have written here, but structure number 7, the left renal vessels. Please draw this, left renal vessels. So structure number 7 is left renal vessels. Here we have completed 7 structures which are related posterior to the fourth part of the duodenum. Once again, I'll repeat very fast. The structure number 1 is the left psoas major muscle. Similarly, there will be left gonadal vessels, left sympathetic chain, then the inferior mesenteric artery, then the left crus of diaphragm and left suprarenal vein, which we have not drawn. And finally, there will be left renal vessels. All these are important. They are often asked in MCQs. They are asked in 1 mark question answers. These are the structures which are related to the posterior part of the fourth part of the duodenum. And now, one more structure. Which structure is related to the medial side of the fourth part of duodenum, where my hand is there? The structure which is related, if I draw in this outline, you will understand. This is the head of pancreas, and this will become uncinate process. So uncinate process of pancreas will lie medial to the fourth part, or rather right side. Instead of using this word medial, it is many often times it is asked in MCQs as right side. So which structure lies on the right side of the fourth part of duodenum? Options A, B, C, D. Out of that, one option will be uncinate process of pancreas. Please note down. Structure on the right side of the fourth part of the duodenum, uncinate process of pancreas. Now, another structure which lies superior to fourth part of duodenum, only one structure, and that will be body of pancreas. This creates confusion among students in MCQs. So body of pancreas will be lying superior to the fourth part of the duodenum. It will not be head, it will not be tail. Only the body of pancreas which lies superior to the fourth part of duodenum. This is also asked in MCQ. And last, this is very important. Which structure, where my hand is there, which structure lies on the left side of the fourth part of duodenum? Left kidney, left ureter. So left kidney and left ureter will form the left side of fourth part of duodenum. So right side uncinate process, superiorly there will be the body of pancreas, on the left side left kidney and left ureter. So therefore here we finish the entire, all the relations of the third and fourth part of the duodenum. Thank you very much.